Kind of a lot of people worried about AI. Is it going to steal our jobs? Is it going to take over Australia's favourite Doctor Who podcast? And it has.
I hope not.
And it has taken over part of it. You know, we have an AI segment on the pod.
Is this in reference to the comment we got?
Did we get a comment?
Oh, did you not see it?
No, what was it?
I thought this whole thing was in response to that.
No, did we have
Yeah, someone said I was enjoying the show until the AI segment.
Oh, well, you're in luck.
I did reply to them, and I didn't. Normally, I'm like snarky, but I was like, I understand that. Like, I'm not a huge fan of AI either, but like, it's just for a segment.
Is this harming anyone? That's my counter argument.
Well,
this isn't.
No, I think we still like do our jobs.
Mate, AI's got its pros and cons. I think everyone's quick to jump and hate it.
It's funny sometimes.
But is it funny though, mate? Because that's what we're going to do. If you're worried about AI taking over this podcast, taking our jobs, fear not. Because I have asked her to create some Doctor Who jokes.
And
so let's see just how in trouble we are.
Okay, and you've read them?
I've read them, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
did you laugh?
Well, I'm not going to spoil that for you. Okay, I said, AI, write me a Doctor Who joke. It said, sure, here's a classic Doctor Who joke for you.
All right.
Why did the Doctor bring a ladder to the TARDIS?
Don't know.
Because he heard the time travel was on a higher level.
What?
I said, another.
What?
It said, of course, here's another one. Why did the Dalek break up with its partner?
I don't know.
Because they just couldn't handle the exterminate arguments.
What? Exterminate arguments?
I said, another, but very funny and rude.
Okay.
It said, all right, here's a cheeky one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't the Daleks ever play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when they always shout exterminate when they can't find you. Talk about an explosive exit. Now...
What's cheeky about that?
AI commenters, AI haters, fear not.
What the hell is this?
I don't think Connor and I are going anywhere. I don't think we're being replaced by AI, Aiden and Connor.
Do you have any Doctor Who jokes?
Yeah.
Can you think of any?
It's called Empire of Death.
What this? Oh, I was going to say this show. Empire of Death.
This whole show is
slowly coming up on Aiden's rewatch.
Yeah, I watched Dot and Bubble. Did a rewatch of that one. Still not great.
Loved it.
Still not great, mate. I think it's like I respect the good in it now, which I probably didn't in the past. Like I respect that it's super well directed all the way through, and
good old Dylan.
And the performances are really good. The production design is insanely good. But oh man, I just don't like the script. I don't believe it for one bloody second.
Uh-oh.
Great ending. But yeah, that's my Dot and Bubble Redux review, I suppose. Guys, today we are going to be reviewing Sarah Jane Adventures, The Temptation of Sarah Jane Smith.
Uh-oh.
But everyone do a collective sigh, the AI haters. We've got more AI Aiden coming up. Another one. But
what?
With a twist.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. All right. Well, the AI is just acting as like a third host in this.
Does the twist help me in any way? I feel like it doesn't.
There's always a twist in the end. No, it's because we're not doing the usual. Don't worry. Okay. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Subscribe if you hadn't already. And just follow us wherever you get them, your bloody old podcasts.
Yep.
50% podcast.
How about that? Another Monday show.
That's
in the palm of my hand.
Mate, we've recorded 4 podcasts in 5 days. And
I know.
I'm absolutely feeling it.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it as well. Yeah, we just had that dog in us.
Absolute dog, mate. Let's jump straight into it with a little bit of AI Aiden.
Hey.
Am I talking to an AI?
Yes, you are. In fact, this time we're both talking to an AI, Connor.
Okay, what's the twist at the end?
I thought we'd Susan Twist shake it up.
Yes.
Just to keep it fresh.
Why not?
And today, as a very special thing, we're going to have the AI think of a Doctor Who episode.
Okay.
And we're going to play 20 questions to try and figure out what this episode is. So we can only ask it yes or no answers until we figure out.
We're guessing it together.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not going to give us a description. We're just going to ask yes or no answers until we can figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
So we got to do this very quick.
So we could be like, Does it have the 12th Doctor in it? No.
Well, I don't think we should go as black and white.
Is that because the 10th Doctor? Yes.
That narrows it down way too
How
quickly.
else are we going to narrow it down? Isn't it like... Isn't
By like, is this set on Earth? Is this that kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? Alrighty, so I'm asking AI to play 21 questions to figure out a Doctor Who episode of your choice. It says they've picked an episode. They're ready to go. Connor, I think our first question should be...
Is it Earth-based?
Yeah, is it set on Earth?
Is it set on Earth?
Is it set on Earth? Yes, it's set on
Okay, that kind of narrows it down a little bit.
Is it in present day?
Sure.
In present day. Yes, it is in present day.
Does it involve UNIT?
Does it involve UNIT? Is this entertaining? I have no idea.
I think so.
Does it? No, it doesn't involve
doesn't
UNIT.
involve
Okay, that's
UNIT
a good
and
like
it's present day.
Yeah, okay.
What doesn't involve UNIT as present day?
Is this from New Who?
Oh God!
Yeah,
if
we're
it's not,
fucked
I'm
if it's from Classic Who. Is this from New Who? Yes, it's an episode from New Who.
Okay, ask. Is it a new or old villain? Returning or?
Is it an old villain? Yes, it features an old villain.
What?
Oh,
Wait, so it can't be. It can't be Sontaran Stratagem.
Yeah, what have we got? Not that. Well, it's not got UNIT in it either.
Is it? Is it Score Union? Because UNIT's not in that.
Is it School Reunion? Yes, it's School Reunion.
Is
Mate,
it?
you did a great job there. Wow.
Yes.
Well, that
wow.
We outsmarted you, AI, you dumb motherfucker. I'm talking to AI for this week, baby.
Am I talking to an AI?
Sometimes we call this segment AI Aiden. Sometimes we call it something else. I don't know.
I feel like that could have been a lot harder if it wasn't Earthbound and didn't involve UNIT.
I feel like you just went to like the first Earth-based present day. One
Without
of the first
UNIT?
one without UNIT. Yeah, it was just lucky that it was that one. Because I tested to see if this would work earlier, and it took me fucking ages to get it. It was Face the Raven.
Thank you very much. I'm not normally this good versed in AI.
You are so wise and smart, mate.
Oh, stop it, you.
I wish I was as wise and smart as you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think just before we get into the temptation of Sarah Jane Smith, I would like to ask you, we always like to check in.
Yes.
And let's do this brief. Let's not get smashed in Doctor Who or anything like that.
Okay.
Are you feeling okay about Doctor Who now? Because it's been a while and we shouted it for a bit, and then I think we both had a resurgence. Mm-hmm. How you feeling, brother?
I think I feel like a lot of fans do. I think it's very hard to get excited for like the Christmas special and a new series when like we don't even know if Series 3 is happening and or when it's going to be filmed.
But why should we, mate? We got a whole season 2 ahead of us.
I don't trust like that.
We got a whole another season ahead of us and a spin-off.
I'm aware of what we have.
Why can't you get excited?
Because I don't know how I can look forward to the future when I don't know if there's like going to be any like anything that comes afterwards.
Well, that's the beauty of TV, isn't it? There'll always be stuff coming after. It just might not be with Disney, which will be a little bit embarrassing. But
yeah, but also like it's just like it not knowing when it's going to be filmed. I feel like it's kind of exhausting. I always like have to like. It's like nothing's ever normal with Doctor Who. It never just goes.
No, but that's
plan,
because we're so overdramatic about this shit, mate.
Well, it hasn't been renewed, Aiden, so
yeah, because there's a whole nother season yet to come out.
Just film it already.
Well,
You're Disney. You know how much money they've got?
Yeah, you know how much money they lose all the time these days?
Yeah, but like, do they think they care about that? I don't think.
Well, I think they probably do. I think that's the one thing Disney does care about, actually.
You think Disney likes money?
I think they do.
Obviously, they
maybe
do.
a little bit. You know. I feel like Jackie Tyler in Doomsday at the moment. Yeah. I don't care about that.
Okay.
I don't care about that. How much?
How much? Yeah.
How rich? How many seasons?
Yeah. How many seasons?
When will I know?
I don't care. I just want it to be okay. I just want the future to be.
Yeah, of course, mate.
Good.
Course.
I think although Series 1 definitely didn't hit my expectations, I'm certainly ready to be like impressed and excited for more series, and if it happens to just be through the BBC, then that will just have to be it.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is.
That's how it is, mate.
And I'm very excited for the spin-off.
Yeah,
I think there's some cool stuff that could happen in it. It could be a political drama. I don't know. But I'm keen. I like the tight episode, 5 episodes. Yeah, I'm excited. I'd say I'm keen for that.
It could be good, couldn't it, in fact?
It could be.
It could be correct.
I guess finally the Christmas special.
Yeah, get that one out of the way.
I'm not really looking forward to it, but I'm sure. I saw a clip posted on Twitter about when they were doing the commentary for Boom. Moffat said he wrote a scene of Shooty being angry in it, so I'm excited for that because I want to see that. That's the kind of Shooty Doctor I wanted from the beginning, and we didn't really get it, folks. So, and how about you, Aiden Green? How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, great.
Cool.
That it?
Yeah, some of us don't need an essay, mate.
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
That was a joke. This is a podcast. That's what we're here for, mate.
I know you're rewatching Series 1, so very
yeah, and I'm like vibing. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. Really? Yeah, it's fine. Fucked up on bubble, but other than that, I'm vibing.
Okay.
You know?
Do you think you'll ever do like a big video talking about it?
I've got way better things to do in my life.
Fair enough.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Are you tempted to move on?
Yeah.
Tempted, perhaps.
Yeah.
To move on to The Temptation of Sarah Jane Smith.
Yeah. The score was really good this week.
Well, thanks for spoiling your review.
What, by saying the score's good?
Correct. That was rough. Thanks for everyone getting around the Sarah Jane Adventure reviews of lately, by the way, because it was touch and go. Mate, they do better than the Jodie episode reviews.
Really?
So thank you all for watching.
I don't look at the views.
Oh, I don't care about that.
No. How many? How many views? No, I don't care about that.
But yeah, seriously, thank you all for tuning in to any episode, really, because it's such like a drought period at the moment for Doctor Who. So
we're all struggling.
We are crawling our way to the finish line that is Christmas, only for it to punch us in the face with a shit episode. And then we'll keep crawling to season 2. That's what it's like being a Doctor Who fan. The Temptation of the Sarah Jane Smith, apparently, is the 5th serial of the 2nd series of the British science fiction television series, The Sarah Jane Adventures. It first aired. I cannot talk today. You can tell we've done so many fucking episodes in 5 days, mate.
We'd be better at it.
It first aired in 2 weekly parts on CBBC on the 17th and 24th of November, 2008. In the story, Sarah Jane Smith is emotionally manipulated by a malicious chaos-causing entity called the Trickster into preventing the accidental death of her parents in the past in order to open a fault in time and bring chaos upon Earth. This episode is directed by Graham Bloody Harper.
Was it? I didn't
It is. I saw his name come up and I was like, my God.
I didn't notice that. This is his first episode of Sarah Jane?
I'll fact check that in a second. And it's also written by Gareth Roberts.
Yes. He does all the Trickster stories, by the way, which is like literally some of the greatest stories in Sarah Jane. So
that's so great. I'm so happy for him.
Yep.
But no, he did the last Trickster one. Whatever happened to Sarah Jane?
Oh,
and he also does the finale, and then that's it.
Enemy of the Bane.
Enemy of the Bane, baby.
Okay, so he does next week as well. Okay,
he does. Yeah, mate.
Well, how about you say how you felt first?
Okay, well, look,
you've never seen this before.
I've never seen this one before. I had no clue what I was getting myself into, love. Yeah. And you know what, mate? After the highs of last week, I was like, this one, it better be good, right? There's a lot on the line. Excuse me.
My God.
There's a lot on the line here. Did it live up to that hype? Well,
dun, dun.
Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Do you think it did?
Dun, dun. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. Dun, dun.
Yeah, I think this was very, 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 very good.
Yes.
It's not like the previous Sarah Jane Adventure story stuck with me way more than this one did.
That's more your type of story, though, I feel like.
Well, I think it just gave you a bit more to think about. Whereas this one, it's like
dead parents. Wow.
No, but I feel like we've done this before. It's literally kind of the plot of Father's Day in a way.
Yeah. And I suppose that you can also say it's similar to the last Trickster story of time's different if this person doesn't die.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
But I think what was so great about this story for me is that this is the first time I feel like we've really got a Sarah Jane Adventure story. It's taken 2 seasons to do it. Because we've had great scenes with SJ. But this is the first like episode where I've been like, okay, we are diving deep into a character. We got backstory. We got emotion.
Which I don't believe they went into in Doctor Who, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely not to this detail.
Did she ever talk about her parents?
Mate, I've not seen every bloody Classic Who episode. You know this. You knew everything. You know, I don't know everything.
You do know most stuff.
I know absolutely nothing.
Okay. I
absolutely bullshit this whole podcast.
Okay.
Every day.
I thought you might have known that.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, and importantly, we get a lot of time with her and Luke, which I think was great and I think kind of needed as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, also sort of makes up for no Sarah Jane in the previous story.
Sarah Jane Light.
Yeah, and now we have Sarah Jane Heavy.
Yes.
What do you think of this episode, young man?
I always really dug this as a kid. And, I really liked all the Trickster episodes. I think a lot of people did. And, we're going for 2 in a row here for episodes that I actually generally think were really, really good.
Yeah, baby.
I love this backstory of Sarah Jane. I think the episode name is actually just it's such a great name, The Temptation of Sarah Jane Smith. It makes total sense. You know, I think we can all see ourselves in that spot. And I think we also get to see Sarah Jane being like extremely vulnerable and also going against her own rules that she implements with everybody else, but even silences that voice in her own head and even goes against everything that even the Doctor would do.
Yeah.
Who gets another mention in this episode. And you even see like the little phone booth that the police use. It's not the TARDIS.
I was like, that's not the fucking cool. TARDIS.
I remember seeing that first time. I was like, yo, this is sick.
David Tennant's in there.
Is that David Tennant?
David Tennant.
It's next series, folks.
Ooh, I can't wait for that one. That's going to be cool.
It's really good. Yeah.
Cool to see some David Tennant Doctor Who I've never seen before.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I think it's the last thing he filmed except for the
Christmas Ident. Yeah. That was the last thing he filmed.
That was the last.
Actually, the last thing he filmed was The Giggle. Have this fucking middle finger.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Okay. You got me there.
Got him good.
So it stuck to my expectations. I really enjoyed it.
Bloody love it, mate. I love how this episode started and we are thrown straight into the action. Straight in. They're chasing this little fucking kid around.
Yeah.
And you know what? I saw that kid for 3 milliseconds. I said, that's the fucking Grask.
Yeah, it's the Grask.
I knew that Grasky bitch. I knew it. Because he has this little run, this giggle, this grin. That's the fucking Grask.
Time to get my prize. He looks like a young Ben Shapiro, which is kind of funny because he's a bit of a dork, isn't he? Ben Shapiro, that dork.
Who's Ben Shapiro?
Don't worry.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. This kid's called Oscar.
Oscar, yeah. Oscar. Yeah, Oscar.
Bloody hell.
He's like this little shit who's the grass. Time to get my prize.
They walk him.
He's messing with Sarah Jane. I'm not having it.
You're not having it?
No.
Fuck that. Yeah, no one messes with my SJ. They walk him through a portal back to the past.
Yes.
Where he's from. And they say, we'll close the portal. But SJ sort of realizes, hold on a minute. Crikey Moses.
This town. What's it called?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think my fucking parents died here.
He also says it's August. But actually, it's July.
Yeah, to sort of wave off the scent a little bit of a smelly plan.
The day of the parents' deaths. The day of the clown. No, we've already reviewed that.
Then Sarah and Lucas Smith, they go start talking to Mr. Smith. And Sarah's asking...
Everyone knows something's wrong as well. They're like,
yeah.
Sarah Jane, why aren't you saying anything? And she's like, shut up.
Shut up, rats.
Shut up, Clyde.
Let me mind my own business.
Where's your dad? Sorry. She'd never say that.
Well, that's the deleted scene.
Yeah.
That would be very Garth Roberts, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
Which on that, by the way, before I forget, there is some questionable lines of dialogue in part 2 when Rani goes into the past and it smells of Garth Roberts.
Yeah.
You know?
I got that vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of, you just have to watch it and see for yourself.
Unnecessary, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's super unnecessary.
I know Doctor Who episodes have handled it like a lot better.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes.
So SJ's telling Luke about parents and all that kind of thing. Wah, they died. Very sad.
It's definitely a trap, by the way. And
it smells.
Luke's onto that from the get-go. And I really appreciate that because it's not stupid. And it kind of just is like set up this like kind of mystery of why they would leave like a 3-month-old baby, who is Sarah Jane Smith, on the side of the road, and then her
course.
parents then go and like mysteriously get killed by a tractor in the middle of the road that's broken down.
Very mysterious.
Yeah.
They still don't explain that really at the end of it. Do they just see a tractor and go, let's do it?
I think so, because I think they know they need to die, which is even more darker, I think.
So they just, and they see a tractor and they say, let's drive into that.
Yes, I think so.
Interesting.
And they then leave the baby with like the gang. And then I assume, because they say like the
We're jumping ahead. We'll get there.
Right, okay.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So they jump back in time.
Yes.
Sarah's like, let's go. She's going to dress up. We had like a get ready with me.
Yes. What I was going to say as well though is it's like, I do appreciate how like, again, the whole Sarah Jane thing of like ignoring her own rules and the doctor's rules and stuff.
Yeah.
Because she literally says in the episode, she's like, the doctor did it because he knew what he was doing. And it's like, she doesn't necessarily know what she's doing at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I think it does show like the temptation
Of Sarah Jane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they do. So she goes against the rules. She dresses up. They go back in time, and they go to a lovely fair and see her parents. And all this stuff is bloody amazing. I'm eating this shit up. I'm drinking it, mate. I'm guzzling it. Gulp, 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 gulp.
The lemonade at the fair.
That's me, mate.
Yeah.
I'm the lemonade.
Gone. Lemonade, son.
They
When life gives you lemons.
make lemonades.
Yeah.
They see the baby SJ, and that's like a beautiful moment. I love seeing Sarah Jane's parents, by the way. They are the most wholesome. They're exactly who they should be for SJ's parents. They're wholesome, they're lovely, and the performances are great. They really, especially the mum. The emotional stuff that they have to do later in the story is really good.
Kind of looks like her as well.
Yeah. They're like close enough.
Sorry.
Dear Lord, bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you. It kind of looks like her as well.
Facts. Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
It's good. It's cool, yeah.
I like how Luke guesses the sweets in the jar.
That's funny.
And he's like, if you do this and this and that and this and that and this and that and you do that and you can think of that, and it's like he actually guesses the exact amount that are in there.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck?
Did you ever do that at school, like the guess the sweets in the jar? I remember like every charity
probably
day there was like guess.
Did you ever guess them right?
No.
No.
I attempted to.
Because you know what? I bet those fuckers would just like, someone would guess it right and they go, no.
I think surely they have to round up the nearest number.
Yeah.
The one who got the closest.
Probably.
Because otherwise, like, no one's going to guess it.
What if
like,
they want
exactly.
the sweeties for themselves, though?
They better put down the right number then.
Facts.
I remember one year I knew the number because I set it all up and I was like, kind of flex. I was like, I know that number.
I knew the number before you.
Yeah.
That's so you to say that.
I knew the number in 0 BC.
Okay. Thanks, Connor. Speaking of 0 BC,
Yeah.
back in the past,
Yeah.
Sarah finds the car.
Yeah. This is so ravenous.
Ravenous?
She's like, if I use the Sonic, I could stop the car from working and they'd never die. And she just does it. It's like, do you not care about the implications of time travel?
Crazy. In the present, they're like, where's Sarah Jane gone? Because the time portal closed behind them. There's no going back.
Yeah.
They're like, where's Sarah Jane? What can we do? There was this box that protected Maria.
From series 1.
Maria cameo, flashback.
Yeah.
Maria. And so they hold that box.
What happens is like time changes because Sarah Jane does that with the car.
Exactly.
And then is this when it's revealed about the Grask? Because Ben Shapiro comes out of the thing again and like becomes the Grask.
Ben Shapiro.
And he's like,
yeah,
I got you. It's like, it's
I'm a
the
little
Grask.
shit.
How many, do you know what I hate? Just one little thing about Sarah Jane I really hate.
Yeah.
How many times in episodes are like, I've been shot at by Sontarans, chased by Slovene.
Yeah.
Done this with the da-da-da. And it's like, stop saying stuff like that. I've been chased by clowns.
I also want to know how many times I'm yawning.
I've been in the Secret of the Stars.
How many times a Sarah Jane series do they have like the little kid turn out to be like the little alien? Like we've got a little Slovene.
Yeah.
We got this fucking grass bitch.
Well, they can't have any, it's like any adults playing the roles. It's a kid's show.
True. Thank you, Russell.
In doing that, history gets changed forever. And Sarah Jane Smith is doomed. End of part 1.
Well, we see in the future the world has been destroyed.
Yes. Doomed.
Absolutely doomed, mate.
End of
Cooked.
part 1. Oh, do you know what's really cool?
What?
I did like how you saw like Big Ben and stuff. It was like all destroyed. And I remember when there were theories about the Trickster being in Series 1. And people showed that shot and was like, the Trickster's been known to destroy.
They've done it before.
Yeah, and everyone was like, it's the Trickster. He's the one.
The
Trickster,
the god of tricks.
It's the god of tricks himself. I still would have preferred that in Series 1 if it was the Trickster. That would have been dope. But it wasn't.
Wasn't to be.
No.
Part 2.
Yep.
Rani's dad
Yes.
doesn't exist, mate. Never born.
Yeah, just Ronnie's mum.
Just Rani's mum's there, and she's not happy.
Why does her dad not exist?
Because I assume his parents died
Nice.
before they,
Very nice.
before mummy and daddy get to work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
What I love this kids show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like kind of fucked up. Rani's got to deal with that. Clyde doesn't worry about his parents.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. He's like, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'll probably
all
dead,
right.
but yeah, whatever.
They'll probably be all right. I did think I thought I remembered there being a reference to last week's episode in it, considering it has stuff to do with Sarah Jane's parents. I thought there was a line from Clyde where it was like, "My dad, so and so, it never happened." But I do, as much as I think, they weren't the focus this week, which is understandable. It was more of like a Luke and particularly Sarah Jane episode.
Yeah,
I do like how Clyde basically convinces the Grask to kind of portray the Trickster, and it's like if you do
to
this
Grask.
to grass, the Grask is grassing, and they show the Grask's backstory.
Oh, I love that.
Of it flying down,
And the Trickster tricked him, saved him.
If you do this for me, then I will let you live. And it's like, I'll do it. And then, honestly, I don't know if it's the last we've seen of the tricks of the Grask.
Don't know. Surely he's in the next Trickster one. He has to be.
Maybe. I can't even remember.
He has to be. If he's not, I'll write to Russell T Davies.
It was quite an old complaint, isn't it?
Yeah, never too late to complain, mate. That's what I got to say.
That's true. From a complainer myself, I can respect that.
Yeah, fellow emailer Karen.
Fellow whinger. Yeah.
Facts.
Fellow, yes. Thanks, Aiden.
Sorry, no, I'm just got hit with a train of tiredness.
Nice.
But that's okay.
Because you wake up at fucking 4 a.m. or something. It's not ridiculous.
I stayed up watching United last night, which was on till after midnight, and then I got up at 4.
Before midnight?
4:30. Good movie.
Did United win?
No, they lost because of the dumbest score. The EPL's fucked. They've got
What's EPL?
You think the English Premier League? You think the AFL score review system's fucked?
No, I have no idea what it is.
The English, you soccer heads in the UK, your system's fucked up.
Well, they'd be football heads in the UK.
Yeah, whatever. They play 2 minutes, and they're like, "Oh wait, actually, this 2 minutes didn't count because we've checked, and there was a foul 2 minutes ago, but we won't give you the time back."
But isn't it just extra time at the end?
It's a fucking hot mess, mate. It's just a hot mess of a bloody system. That's all.
I didn't know you
say.
followed it that much to stay up.
I've really got into it this year. I really have.
Cool.
So, but yeah, United shit. So, anyways,
Nice.
Sarah Jane. Everything's cloudy and rainy in Sarah Jane.
Do you like how
lands.
everything her parents touch dies?
That was like a cool. I wonder what caused that, but that was like cool.
Well, I think it's because
It's a kids show. They can get away with it.
they know that they know that they're a part of history that should just not exist fundamentally. And it's similar to, it's kind of Father's Day coded. I'll give you that.
Very Father's Day coded.
I do kind of get that now the more I think about it.
Where's the Reapers?
Every time something happens in time,
Where's the Reapers?
that's the question on Aiden's lips every time.
I just can't. These bloody plot holes, you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't Sarah Jane just to be fair, Ronnie keeps dropping herself in it because she runs up to her dad, Sarah Jane's dad, and goes, "Where's Sarah Jane? I need to find her." It's like, that's my daughter's name, innit? And it's like,
just fucking it up.
Whoops, I didn't mean the baby. And then she runs up again to actual Sarah Jane, adult Sarah Jane, and Sarah Jane's mum says like, "Sarah Jane," and then her mum's like, "What do you mean? Why does the other one keep calling her that?" And it's like, you're really dropping yourself into it. we kind of do just get this like sort of Father's Day-esque type reveal where Pete's like, of course you're my daughter. I noticed you the second I saw. I knew you. I knew you. And then it's very dark because they're just like, let's just go and kill ourselves, which is really dark.
Yeah.
And the Trickster's like,
I was going to play the Chris Eccleston button there, but I thought it was a bit too dark. Yeah, Trickster's not well. Trickster's not well in this moment. Sarah Jane, no!
Sarah Jane,
no!
I will have my revenge.
Don't drive into the tractor. Why does mine sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Don't drive into the tractor. I'll be back next season.
Poor Trickster. He's dead. Or is he?
Find out in season 3.
Sarah Jane, don't do it, you fuck. And then he's dead.
I love that. These last words were crazy.
Yeah,
you fuck.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane, you fuck.
Dark story though.
Very, yeah. And then it's a very emotional ending. Yeah, you were right. At the top of the show, you said the score was really good. It really was a beautiful score. Like, solid.
Oh, and for me, the most beautiful thing was, so there's a thing they set up where it's like Sarah Jane's talking to her mum and it's like me and Mr. Smith like would send each other like notes and stuff when we first met. Like he would send things like, I really want to be with you, like I love you, like will you marry me? And she's like, you're gonna think we're like so soppy and daft, but we still do it now. And I think, and she keeps the note that she gave to Sarah Jane's dad, and you finally see at the end, it says, Mr. Smith, I need you. Cute. And it's a tie-in to what she says to Mr. Smith.
Oh my goodness me.
Not her dad, the computer.
Mr. Smith, the computer.
It's good.
Would you believe it?
It's good. I mean, like, I'm giving it praise because I think it actually is really good. Like, it's really sweet. That whole notes giving thing was set up at the beginning. It's like we still even do it now from when we first met, and I loved that last shot. Mr. Smith, I need you. It's
great
sweet. It's
shot.
cute.
Great last shot.
Very
mate.
sweet. Very sweet.
Yeah. And just before that as well, they closed the time portal for good. She gets a heel onto the controls, stomps on that shit.
Next series.
Oh,
when the
we're
Trickster
back.
returns.
We're back.
Now I haven't.
I'm back.
Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane.
Where is the doctor? I tell you what though, I can't remember watching. I do kind of remember watching next week's episode. Oh, not next week, with the next episode.
Finale.
Enemy of the Bane. Because I remember the Brig coming back and being like, who's this man?
Yeah.
Not knowing who he was.
Who's this old fart?
Who is he? And I guess like I want to be proven wrong, but I feel like this could have been like a really good episode to end the series on.
I feel like that last week. But then I guess last week didn't have Sarah Jane in it and things. Yeah. So yeah, you're probably right.
How can you do a Sarah Jane final without Sarah Jane in it?
Smith.
Me on my blog in 2008. This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. You need to have the bigger deer.
The Doctor Who universe could never get worse than this.
Hold my beer.
This. Cut to 2024. Oh my god.
Like Ruby, when it cuts to Ruby with the coats.
I would even carry the coats.
Dong.
I love that.
Great.
The pull in and pull out.
Politics.
Yeah, politics. Me at any family dinner.
Politics.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see when we do the Enemy of the Bane.
Which will be in a fortnight's time, by the way.
Fortnite.
We're just speeding things up. Just as we're coming up to the end of the year, we're wrapping up a few things, and we're going to wrap up SJA.
Just in time for the Sarah Jane Christmas special.
Sarah Jane Christmas.
The Christmas invasion of the Bane.
Oh
yeah, boy!
God.
But yeah, I hope next week's is good.
Yeah.
But I do feel like maybe it would have been cool to end on this because I think it's a really nice note to end the series on.
Yeah.
But who cares what I think?
Well, no one now because it's so old.
True.
But I do care about what you think about a rating,
my
mate.
old blog did. It was called Blog to Who.
You were Mr. Blog to Who.
Thank you.
You
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10.
Very good. Very impressed. I love when this kids' TV show can like really impress me.
I agree. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10.
And I always say this, like when they actually do respect the kids who are watching it and they're not just like, oh, kids are dumb and they don't have any dogs in them.
Woof. That probably wasn't the right soundbite.
I hope it was.
Yeah, you pressed the crickets for a second there.
Don't have any crickets in them.
It's also a shit soundbite. It doesn't really sound like crickets.
Right.
But, hey.
Well, that's great. And yeah, I
8.5
really
for
love
me.
when they just respect the kids. The kids.
Children.
The children. Sarah Jane, the children.
Children.
You and your meddling kids will be destroyed. What's happening
8.5
next week, Aiden?
Well, I'll get there in a second. I was just
Sorry.
going to explain my score.
Sorry.
I'm giving it 8.5 just because not as good as the 10 out of 10 that I gave last week, mate. But I think it's almost as good as the premiere, The Last Sontaran. So that's which I gave a 9. So I think 8.5. That's where this
You've been
sits
loving
for
this
me.
series.
It's a good season, mate. It's going to be a good score at the end of it. Let me tell you. Next week, back to Flux. Once Upon Time.
What the flux?
What the Flux?
Terrain. My.
Is that your Azure impression? Oh, your Swarm impression?
That's it, Swarm. Fucking hell. My brain does not want to work today.
Yeah, mine's cooked, mate. I mean this with peace and love. Not a break from you, but a break from recording this pod for the next week and a half after we've recorded.
So it's going to be a week and a half.
Well, I mean, I assume it'll be next Thursday. It'll be next Thursday.
I mean this in the nice way possible. Thank God.
Yeah, there's been a lot, folks.
We did a lot, to be fair.
We've done a lot.
And I'm tired.
But it will be worth it.
Yes. A lot of cool stuff being filmed in the background. Unless we had to film this weekend. Who knows?
Which we actually might have to for this special project.
Who knows?
But we're very grateful for everyone involved in that. And very grateful for you guys sticking around listening, especially in this, like we said, this off period.
Yeah.
And if you're still listening,
as the Australian desert,
which is dry notoriously.
outback, yeah.
Woof. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you next week for Once Upon Time.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, it's
Aiden and Connor's podcast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews
on a Monday.
Doing Doctor Who reviews. This is like the most deflated outro I feel like we've ever done.
Yes.
Like, please just get me out of here.
I'm going home and watching Twilight. I'm very excited.
I would be deflated if I was
watching
you.
it for the first time.
I can't believe
you're
you're
not
doing
enjoying it at all. But I'm going to go through.
Why do you do this to yourself, mate?
Funny, people are loving my Snapchats. They keep saying, "Keep making more."
Who?
My snaps, my Snap friends.
My mum.
I know. Does your mum have Snapchat?
She actually does. Yeah.
Do you snap your mum?
I don't snap her, but I have her on Snap.
Is it more just like a sister she snaps?
I don't think she snaps really, but she has Snap.
Fair enough.
I even think my dad might have had it for a little bit.
Your mum's quite tech savvy though.
She's not. She posts Instagram stories sometimes, and it's not well. So she like somehow posts it like 3 or 4 times the same Instagram story. And I'm like, I don't know how you did that.
I love that. That's great.
I don't know how you did it, mum.
It's like I didn't post it the first time. I posted it 3
Yeah, I'm just
times.
checking.